rocket like rocket fuel.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the hit. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh baby, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, you don't want to.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Come on now, let's go!
Real set.
49's the mic, 49's the mic. They can't hang with us.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Play action. It's Darnold. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And what a return as he brings us with all the way back to the 25-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On second down, a run with Breida. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Down.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press.
It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Matt Breida. 77 yards as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Now it's Miller, and he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Cowboys and Eagles, of course, such a great rivalry. Last year, the Cowboys got the better of the Eagles both times that they met, with Philly coming off their Super Bowl title. But in weeks 10 and 14, it was Dallas beating Philly by a single possession. From the 31, Darnold. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
A first down carry now for Miller. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Run coverage excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus, tackling the runner for a loss?
On 2nd down, it's Miller, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
49. Bravo. 49. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Right here. 49 to Mike. Watch 49. 60. And 80.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Hamilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Rosas good. The score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Miller. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Full time. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Ready? Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
Darnold. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
We go, son.
Let's put him on the bus.
A first down throw, Darnold. And that's going to be intercepted. Jamal Adams with it, the all-pro safety. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. From the 27, Ryan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, and now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over. The 21-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I got you, boy.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Come on, set. Now the wolf. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Von Miller, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On 4th down, Colton Schmidt to punt it away. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the 50, it's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now it's Darnold. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down. This one out quickly to Watkins. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 1st down, Darnold. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game.
49's the mark. 49's the mark. Rack. Motion.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Lamar Miller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He's got this one complete to Perriman. A good pickup there at 22.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And here's the first carry of the game for the former Eagle, LaShawn McCoy. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. He gets it to Cooks. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
3rd and 4.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now Haskins to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Terry McLaurin, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Darnold now to throw. Completing it here to Marvin Jones.
Darnold's pass complete to Marvin Jones. It's a gain of 13.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And that's complete to Cooks. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play here for Dallas. 53 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd down, Haskins. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Yeah, lady. 49's the mark. 49's the mark. Watch the run. Watch the run. 49.
Darnold on 1st down. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
49's the mark.
On 2nd down now, it's Miller, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Mike's 5-4. You ain't got nothing.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Mike 54.
Darnold from the gun. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And now running right through it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now Darnold. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
49, guys. Mike. Coming to you. Mike's 49.
Hey, box truck.
Someone got man. 49 to Mike. Watch 49. Watch the back. Watch the back.
To throw is Darnold. Complete to Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone, and they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. To the air again, Darnold. Caught by Jones. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 19.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead end.
And his first carry, he loses the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles' defense gets a pick-6 TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Let's go, baby. Check 1, 3.
First carry here for Taiwan Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got it.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
It's a gain of 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here's Colton Schmidt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 12 at the 32-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Darnold. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Back to throw, Darnold. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Watkins, the intended receiver. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. 3rd down, here's Haskins. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
Here's Colton Schmidt now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Hey, Heavy. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
First down, Philadelphia.
We're going to sack. 149. Hey, here we go.
Lamar Miller. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Lamar Miller with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Haskins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Haskins. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Haskins. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Coming again.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
They'll run on first down. Miller. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Miller. Got some real estate inside the 30. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Big stop, you. Big stop. Let's go.
Now Ito Smith. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
A gain of 11 on the play. And an Eagles first down.
So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity